When was the first time you saw chess?
I was around 3 and I played my first state championship at the age of 5.
And at the age of 12, you became GM.
Yes. And I think I was too young to handle these kind of like title pressure things.
I've always wondered, why do you put Vibhuti here?
This is basically the ash. We come from the ash and we go back to it. There is nothing to be arrogant.
You must be surrounded with just coaches, competitors.
Yes.
You don't have friends for anything else.
When you're trying to do something different, then yeah, you have to sacrifice.
You have a lot of chess friends who made you insecure in the past. Oh, he's better than me.
Mostly from my generation. Gukesh does well, Arjun does well, or Nodded back. I feel like I can do it as well. I tried to put pressure on me.
What do you think is contribution of Samay Raina and Sagar in the world of chess?
Samay brought in new audiences to the game. Sagar, Chess Base India, covers every tournament that's possible. I think that was good things happen to chess.
Is there money in chess?
Yes, there is, I think, more money than it used to be.
This board, I'm a beginner. What's one trick you can teach us which will help us beat some people?
The first thing to know.
I hate it when I love a restaurant, but they don't deliver. Or when we call a bakery for a cake and they ask us to pick it up. Or when I bring lunch from home, but by the time I eat, it isn't fresh and hot anymore. In moments like these, I need someone who can go pick it up from anywhere and deliver it smoothly. That's why I use Porter's two-wheeler delivery service. From hot lunch boxes to last-minute cakes, Porter helps people like you and me get things delivered safely across the city. And most importantly, it's built for fast pickups and allocations across the city because speed matters. And no one understands speed better than today's guest, our Praggnanandhaa, the youngest international master at the age of 10, a grandmaster at the age of 12, and someone who's already beaten world champions. In this episode, we spoke to him about how he handled the pressure of representing India on the global stage at such a young age, the mindset shift he had while competing internationally, what chess has taught him, and how he stays focused even during long, high-stake matches. Watch this episode till the end and tell me in the comments what you learned from this. You have a lot of chess friends, and those chess friends are your competitors as well.
Yes.
Few of them.
Yes.
Do other chess players make you insecure?
No, not right now, but I guess in the past
Who made you insecure in the past?
I mean, just the players from my generation, whenever they were doing it, was putting some pressure on. I mean, I was putting self-pressure, as I was speaking earlier. And, but I started seeing them as inspiration, and it was, I mean, now whenever they do well, I get this extra motivation. Like, I want to push myself. It doesn't come as a pressure, but as an inspiration, and I want to do well as well.
But when was the last time you felt insecure?
I don't remember, honestly.
But you said that you clearly...
When I was scared,
You would see other player, and who would you think that person made me a little, oh, he's better than me, or she's better than me?
Mostly from my generation, like when, let's say, Gukesh does well, or Arjun does well, or Nodded back, or when they do well, I feel like I can do it as well. So I tried to put pressure on me, which is not a good thing. I mean, getting inspired from them is a different thing. And for example, like nowadays, as I said, when I was fine, I'm better at it because last year I didn't have a great year. While Gukesh won World Championship, Arjun crossed 2800. And all these things just inspired me so much. Like, I was seeing their games like so closely, trying to understand. And yeah, it inspired me. And I think that's one of the reasons I feel that extra energy I have when I play games nowadays, that, you know, I mean, that inspiration that comes from them.
Now it's not fear, it's just inspiration.
Yes.
You don't get scared by anyone?
No.
Any player?
No, I think when you just want to give your best and not worry about the result, I don't think there is anything to be
worry about.
You know,
I was watching this one reel from Prakhar's podcast where Vishi sir says That you saw that?
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah. He chose you over all the others. He said Pragg. Like currently I would choose Pragg. How do you feel when someone of his caliber chooses you over Arjun and Gukesh and everyone else?
Yeah, as I said, these things would have, made impressions on me earlier. Nowadays, I'm just...
Like, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What were you thinking when you beat Magnus Carlsen for the first time?
I wasn't thinking anything. I was just playing and I got my chance out of nowhere and I mean, everything happened in like few minutes. It was a rapid game, so everything happened in few minutes. Then I realized I was quite happy. And it was an online game. At that time, my parents were asleep. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. And I went and woke my dad up. I said I won. But then he went back to sleep because he had to go to the office tomorrow.
He didn't care at all.
Yeah, he said good and then went back to sleep.
What were you feeling?
I was just excited. Like I wasn't expecting it. And then suddenly, I mean, the game was also going in a trend that he was putting pressure on me. And then suddenly I got my chance. I had to play some accurate moves, which I did, and I won. So I was just very happy. And then I also didn't expect so much reaction from outside after that. So that was also, I think, a good thing for the game. I think it brought more attention.
But then do you read the game? Do you read the person? Do you read fears, psychology? What helps you win?
I was more excited about the fact that I just bet Magnus than the actual game.
Okay.
Which is not what I feel, but I didn't think the game was particularly great or anything like that.
But you replay that game?
Yeah, I did analyze. I realized I didn't really play well.
Okay.
But it was like 5th game of the day or something, and we were already tired, and it was obvious that we were not playing our best, but I won, and I think it was important for me back then. It gave me a lot of confidence, and I realized that the top players are not invisible. Like you can beat them, and until you actually get that first win, you always feel like they are just in a different world. But once you beat them, you can know that it's possible.
And usually when you play one-on-one in real life, is it the body language that you read? Is it the psychology of a person? Because everybody knows every move and they are playing at the top of the game. What gives one player edge over another?
Yeah, you can get a new position early on in the game. That's possible, that you're totally out of book and you're playing. And so it's not like every time you get a familiar position. And coming to this psychology, yes, you can actually understand if someone is comfortable or not with their position. And that does give you some info. If your opponent is not feeling comfortable and you can feel that, then it gives you some confidence. You can, that you can push harder in this game. And also in terms of chess, also you can feel it, like if the momentum is going on your side or not. You can feel that.
Okay. And how do you analyze this body language where you get a sense that they're not happy with their opening? What are the subtle cues?
Some players are really expressive, so those anyone can understand. Yeah. Some players are not expressive. Like for example, Arjun, I think is one of the top players who's not at all expressive. He gives the same reaction if he wins or loses, and it's different for players. And I think once you know the person well, you can actually understand. They will show something or the other.
But I was watching this one video of Carlsen versus Bill Gates. Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I watched.
Where he beats Bill Gates in like 20 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, it's like in 6 moves or something.
Yeah. So can you do that with...
I can.
With me, like 6 moves, 7 moves, 2 moves, what would it be?
It's possible. I can try to trick you. I think that's what Magnus did in that game. He was just playing for tricks.
Okay. And you're well versed with all of the tricks, or do you train yourself to play with tricks?
It's not something that we will use at the top.
Okay.
It's just something that we can come up with during the game.
Okay. And that's something you would use to play around, like fool around with noobs like me.
Yeah, we can. It's possible.
What makes Carlsen great?
I think he has this intuition in every position, which is just amazing. Like he usually, when you actually see his game, even in shorter formats, he plays top 3 choices of the computer every single time, and that intuition is something that he developed over a period of time. He's one of the players who knows a lot of classics from the past. He has read a lot, and I think that's one thing that helps him. And also he's mentally really strong. You can never see him like collapse in a tournament completely. Even when he actually makes a mistake, or when he's lost, he's there fighting every chance he's getting, and he pushes till the end. Like he tries every resource that's possible. He exhausts them, and I think that's one of the reasons he's at the top. And when he was coming up, he was playing these end games which people in earlier days thought it was completely fine. They will just make draws because of mutual respect for the players. They'll think it's okay, no one is going to win this, let's make an early draw. But Magnus started playing all those positions. He started grinding and then started winning also. So he's just universally strong, and he's mentally also strong, which is really...
What do you think you have which he doesn't?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I've never thought about this actually. If I have to speak about the style, he's more of an intuitive player. As I said, his intuition is so good. While even though my intuition suggests a move, I usually try to go in details. And it's possible that I can catch him there because he hasn't gone into the details. Sometimes intuition can also be wrong and I can catch him. And our games are always exciting, so I always look forward to playing him.
Do you cry after the game? Have you ever cried?
Yes.
After the game you've lost?
Yeah.
When did it happen last time?
Last time I was playing in Praggnanandhaa this year, and before the last round I was training by half a point, and if I win then I could catch the leader, and I tried to play a fighting opening which backfired completely and I lost without a fight, and that was bothering me so much that I lost without a fight, and I did cry a bit. But I'm usually good at recovering quickly.
Okay. And because we were talking about drama and emotions, right? What do you think is contribution of Samay Raina and Sagar in the world of chess? Do you like them?
Yeah, I think they did contribute a lot. Sagar, Chess Base India, covers every tournament that's possible. And Samay brought in new audiences to the game, especially during the lockdown time when there were nothing much to do. And I think that was one of so-called good things happened to chess in a way, because people started playing chess online. And I think around the time Queen's Gambit also got released. So all these things combined, I think, started this chess boom. And also a lot of like people like Samay streaming and bringing in new audience was definitely good for the game.
Have you met him?
No, I think I have met him, but we haven't really spoken so much.
Okay. And then what do you think? Should more people do something like what Samay is doing? There's an impact on the game of chess because of him?
Yes, but I think that's one of the reasons is because of those times when we had nothing to do, when everything was online. Now, since chess is back to being played on the board and travel so much, I think it's difficult to
draw audience like that.
do so much, but still Sagar is covering every tournament to his best, and I think that's still bringing in audiences.
Got it. Okay. And I had a question on failure from you. How do you reset yourself quickly? Because you said you're pretty good at recovering. So when you fail, what's your process to recover?
I think this again comes back to the thing that I focus more on the game. Even the example I gave, I tried to fight for the first place, and it just backfired on that day. I mean, it could have gone my way also. It's possible, and I was also playing a strong player, and it backfired. Of course, I was upset for a few minutes, but then I did what I should have done. I mean, in hindsight, also I should try to fight for the first place, and I did my best, and it didn't work out that day. So it's fine. Let's go to the next tournament.
And when you're at the game, okay, and you could sense that, oh, this person made a mistake, and you know now for him, it's a downhill battle, right? You can sense that that person is almost going to lose. What does losing smell like? In that moment, like, can you smell fear? Can you smell anger? Can you smell regret? Can you smell disappointment? What does it smell like?
Differs from player to player.
Majority of them, top players.
Disappointment mostly.
Regret.
That also, yeah. I mean, top player can realize where things actually started going out of control, and even during the game, when you realize it's absolutely gone, you start thinking about that moment where I could have improved and so on.
Do you know there are a lot of lessons which can be learned from your life or the way you operate, the mindset that you have, like just blinders on, focus, it's one game at a time, and then I'm ambitious, I'm going to go for the big thing, I'm not going to let anything affect me. It's just incredible, right? It's a great mindset that you built at a very young age. What would you teach every Indian who's watching this from the world of chess, that we should follow that as a principle in our life?
I believe that we should always try to go for the maximum, but when you don't get it, you shouldn't worry too much about it. You should get back and start trying again. Essentially comes back to the saying that you just trust the process and not worry too much about the result, because not everything is in your hands. And for example, let's say you are doing a great podcast, you are in this zone, but if I'm not speaking well, then it is not going to be a good podcast. So it's not, not everything is in your hands. And I think same with any field, anywhere. There are always things that are out of your control. So you just try to do what you can, give your best in that. And
so how do you prepare for world level matches?
I try to do the same thing I will do for a normal game, also for the important one. And I don't think it should differ, because if it differs, then it means that you're seeing it as an important one. That means you're putting pressure on yourself, which is not necessary.
But it's there. Like you will feel the pressure.
Yeah, you will feel. I'm not saying you have to feel. I think as a human you will feel, but these things add on to those pressure. It's not required. You just do your routine every day, and especially these last round games are like crucial, and there are always these pressure moments, but you just have to follow the routine that you have followed throughout the tournament and just do the same. And usually when you play the game, I mean, you don't really feel too much pressure. You just
play it for the game.
Yeah, you just love the game and you're playing.
You know have you heard these stories of superstitions of cricketers?
No.
So a lot of cricketers who are at the top of the game, there are certain level of superstitions, which is just there. It's just become, so on a big day of game, they'll follow the same routine. So for example, like one of the biggest cricketers in the world would always wear pad on the left leg first and then on the right leg. right?
Yeah, this I have heard.
This you've heard, right? Another one of the biggest cricketers always wear the same gloves, with which gloves he probably must have hit hundreds and centuries with that. So he would wear the same glove because he had the superstition ki, okay, because of the gloves I did that. There are a bunch of things like these. Do you have any of that?
I have my routines, but
What routine?
sometimes, let's say I'm playing a tournament and I'm going in one direction and I win, I just try to follow it. I guess that's one of the superstitions you can say. But these things change. You play different tournaments, so it's not like a proper one.
Okay. And bodily, do you feel any experience? Like, how does pressure feel on your body before a big game? Like, how does your body react? I was listening to this one conversation by Usain Bolt, okay, where he was saying that whenever there's a big game or there's a Olympics race going on, right before it, the body gets stiff. His body gets like, it's in that zone that even if you try to arm twist him, you won't be able to, because the whole body has gotten like stone cold. And the moment the body listens to that clap or that pistol, like that click, automatically just body starts running. Like this, he doesn't have to do anything. His brain doesn't have to do anything. It's just bodily experience that he will feel that tuck and then he'll start running, that experience. So before a big game or before a big race, the body will show that it's frozen. That's his way of feeling or dealing with pressure. This is early days of Usain Bolt. How does it happen with you? Like, what does the body feel?
I think when you do something different because it's an important one, that's when you are saying to yourself that it's an important
different
one. Yeah.
But it is important. How can you deny the fact that it's not important?
No, it is important. We all know it. But once you actually, show it physically, then it's, I think, creates unnecessary pressure. Like there is obviously pressure, but...
So do you tell your brain, you're like, oh, that's another day. It's just another day. It's okay. Go ahead. We'll go, we'll play, we'll win, and we'll come back.
No, I agree. It's a pressure game. But when you actually do things, you just have to do the routine because that's what actually got you there. So
True. Do you visualize?
Sometimes, yeah.
Before the game, you visualize, this is what's going to happen. This is what happened. This is what I'll do. If this happens, then I'll do this. And this is my victory moment.
Yeah, you can... Okay, victory moment is difficult, but I do sometimes think about like how can the game progress, like just the way I want, how I want the game to be.
But is it part of your process, visualization?
No, it's not something that it's something that happens.
Okay, so it just happens. If you happen to think about the game, it's great. It's not a routine that you follow.
It's not something that I need to do.
Okay, interesting. And I've always wondered, why do you put Vibhuti here?
This is basically the ash. So we come from the ash and we go back to it. So we're basically, whatever we do is not something like great. Like we'll anyway go back to ash. So there is nothing to be, nothing to be like arrogant or things like that. So that's one of the reasons. There are, I guess, various reasons, and something that I've been doing it from a young age, and I still keep doing it.
And the reason which you were told, which you believe in, is this is ash. We were ashes. We're going to again be ashes. So there's nothing you should be arrogant about because you're insignificant.
Yeah.
Just
basically.
live and go back. Like, don't be egoistic about it.
Yes.
Okay. You believe in that?
Yeah, I mean, that reason, like, I believe in it and I think it's true. So it's, also, like, to me, it makes sense. And if it works for me, then I'll take it.
Okay. Tell me about your childhood. When was the first time you saw chess?
So the way I started chess is a bit accidental.
Okay.
My sister was the first one to play in our family, and she picked it up chess because when she was around 5, she was watching a lot of television and a lot of cartoons. So my parents wanted her to spend her time more productively, and they joined her in drawing and chess class.
Okay.
And there she picked it up chess, and the trainer early on realized that she has talent in it, and then she started playing chess and used to practice at home. And for me, it was very interesting, these pieces and the chessboard, and I started to learn. My parents realized I'd grown fond of this game, and they got me a chessboard, and I started playing. This is how I started. I was around 3.
Okay.
And I don't think I can sit long to learn. So I used to go like half an hour to a club nearby and just learn the rules, just play games.
But why would your parents put you in a chess class or like chess learning environment at the age of 3? What was going on in their mind? Have you ever asked them?
I'm not sure. I think it was because I was so interested in the game that they had to do something. Yeah, 3.5, I started learning the rules, and I played my first state championship at the age of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, that was quite early for a chess player.
Interesting. But then, was there something your parents noticed particularly about you? Or they were like, oh, because your sister plays, let us put you in that game as well?
I guess they saw how much interested I was, and they tried to have a trainer teach me the rules. And
okay,
I don't think it was some sort of plan to.
Okay, it was never a plan to. Okay. So was it your parents' dream or your dream first?
That's an interesting question. I guess it was mine.
Or it was yours? What age you realized that, hey, I want to be, and I want to play at the global level. I want to be India number 1.
I'd probably say when my first success came, which was I finished second in under-7 nationals. Yeah, it was like I was 6 years old, and I was 1 year younger than the players who were playing. It was under-7 nationals, and finishing second, I qualified to the Asian and the World Championship under-8, which is, I mean, back then it's like a huge thing. You're going abroad and to play a tournament. I was quite excited, and I really started believing that I can.
At the age of 8?
Yeah, around 7.
That's incredible. Did you share this dream at the age of 8 with your parents? Like, hey,
I think we were all in the same page. There was no discussion. We were all
we all knew. Like, everybody knew this is going to happen.
We were focused on playing tournaments and whatever that was taking us to the top.
But I'm amazed at this point that at the age of 8, parents decided that, okay, let's play. We're going to support our kids. They want to compete professionally. They want to go on the world level. We'll do that. We'll travel with them. We'll provide the infrastructure for them. We'll get the funds for them. We'll do everything, whatever they need. Right? And we will not focus on their studies. We'll focus more on chess. Like, how is that possible? Because what we hear is, especially in a South Indian family, it's studies are very important, right? Like, you need to study and you need to get a good marks there.
Yeah, I guess it's their belief. I'm still wondering how it all happened. I guess it had to do with the fact that we were also showing results that we were achieving things early on, and there were progress, which also, I guess, assured them that it is going on the right track. And I think there were never like a doubt that is it the right way or not. We were just
doing it.
Yeah, we were just doing it. And as I said, like, I was having some good results, which proved that we were on the right track.
But have they ever told you that, you need to study first, focus on that, and then you'll figure this out?
No, that was never there. Like,
never.
Even when I give my exams nowadays, they are like, just do your best. If you get a pass mark, enough.
That's it. Nobody cares about anything.
Also, I became an IM at the age of 10, which is 4th grade or 5th grade. I'm not sure. So it's very early on, and you can always, let's say if I didn't do that, I can always shift back to the studies and get back on track. So it's not, since I achieved something special early on that I think I assured them. I think that's the thing.
And at the age of 12, you became GM.
Yes.
At the age of 12. Do you like that feeling, or you don't like that feeling? That, oh, I was the second youngest.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And so when I was trying for this GM title, I became my youngest international master, which was a record back then. And from international master to grandmaster, I had 2 years of a gap. And I think I could have become grandmaster faster. But the fact that I wanted to break this record of being the youngest grandmaster actually slowed me down. And once I realized that I couldn't break it, I became a grandmaster in 3 months. And I think I was too young to handle this kind of title pressure things. And I think that's one of the reasons. But now when I look at it, it honestly doesn't matter if I became three months younger or 3 months apart. It doesn't matter, because when the goal is higher, then these small things, don't really matter.
Of course it doesn't matter. But what do you think, what was going on in your head which stopped you from doing that? Because you said you could have become it faster.
Yeah, there were people writing about me. There were people coming to take pictures. All this was new to me. I was just 10, 11 and these things I think affected me. I guess there was some self-pressure. I was trying to push myself, which creates this unnecessary pressure. And also reading articles about whether I can break it or not. All these are just...
it bothered you?
Yeah. I wouldn't say it bothered. It probably put more pressure on me, which is not really necessary.
But do you get bothered by the pressure and what people write today?
No, not anymore. I realized from that experience that people will be writing about you, and it's not, you can't really control anything. And I usually switch off outside noise. Just when I'm playing a tournament, I don't look at social media or anything, just focusing on the game throughout. And then once I'm done, okay, then I can relax. But during the tournament, it's just about chess.
Okay, I was saying I grew up in an environment, where apart from my father and my uncle, I have seen nobody playing chess. Around me, there was none of my friends played chess. Nobody. I've never seen this phenomena. In my house, there were 2 people playing, but I've never heard anyone around me in an environment that somebody wants to become a chess champion. It's to me, when I hear about you or the stories about you and the phenomena which is coming up in the South, to me, that's exciting. Why do you think is that? Why there are so many great players from the South and not from the North?
Yeah, so first of all, it's true. I've heard so many people saying that I played chess 20 years back and now I am able to play it again because of the interest growing right now. And it's great to see that. And even my dad was playing when he was a child. So, chess was always there in every home, and people are getting more and more interested now because of the interest growing. Yeah.
But why do you think in South there are more chess players? If you look at the top 3, all of you guys are from the South.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons is it's because of Anand sir. I came from Chennai, and there is already an existing system where there are tournaments happening regularly, where there are a lot of trainers, and that's why I think we have this starting advantage, so to say, that we get the opportunities there. But right now, I think it's growing everywhere in India. There are kids coming from all over India, and that's one of the reasons why India is growing, because there's just so much competition within ourselves, and then when you go and play abroad, you're just so much stronger.
But do you think it has to do more with something else than just infrastructure. Because look at, I was trying to compare this, okay? We have a lot of wrestlers from North India and we have a lot of chess players from South India. And you don't have a lot of chess players from North or a lot of wrestlers from South. Do you think it's just some culturally something different is there, or the focus of parents and families is on somewhere else?
I'm not sure about that. I mean, there are some strong players from the North also, but as you said, the ratio is not as much as from the South, and it could be interesting because, as I said, I think this starting advantage, for example, wrestlers from the North, it's much easier for them because they have people to look up to. Like it's much easier for them. There are training tools and everything. I think that's one of the reasons, but also maybe, I mean, from the South, chess is given more interest. I think it comes back to the point that Anand sir, coming from the South, I mean, played a role.
Because you started idolizing that person and you started feeling like, oh, he's someone around us, and that's how the inspiration started. Yes,
for me, the first time I saw Anand sir was a nice story. I studied in Vellamal school, and they have interest in sports, and there are about 12 or 13 Grandmasters from the school.
Wow.
And they support chess and other sports very much. So when I was 7, Anand sir had just won his World Championship match against Gelfand, and he was coming back to Chennai. And our school had arranged a whole bus of players just to see him arrive, and I was one of the players.
Wow.
And we went there, and it was such an inspiring moment for both me and my sister. And within 1 month, we played in Asian Championship. I was playing under 8 Championship, and I won it like convincingly. I think these are the moments that you get when you are around the champions, and also the match in 2013 of Anand sir against Magnus. I was there watching the match, and ironically we were discussing this recently with Arjun and Lokesh, that they were also there during that match, and maybe that had to play some role, that we were inspired.
Okay. And then you spoke about your parents, that without them it was not possible. They supported you a lot. What do you think? What did they sacrifice for you?
Yeah, so my mother traveled to me to every tournament. And since my sister is also playing a lot of tournaments, it's difficult for them to manage. And my dad, it takes care of everything that is apart from traveling. Like especially when we were growing up, we were not having so much idea about everything, and we learned it in the process. And he manages everything, and my mother travels to me into every tournament, and they take care of everything that I have to do. Like my job is just to come to the board, just play chess and go back to training and come back. This is all what I do. And as I said, they just do everything for us, and they are, and also they never come to me and say that you have to win this tournament or you have to do this. They never do that? No, they just never put pressure on me in terms of chess. Chess is my side, and rest they take care of.
That's it.
Yeah.
They don't let you think about anything at all.
No.
Right? And then does it ever happen like you have a good game, you have a great day, and you win, and you don't win, you lose the game, and then you go back to your mother and be like, hey, I lost, or your mother would be right there, like everybody is expecting that you'll win, and then you go with the losing face. Do they ever show disappointment?
No, not really.
Never? No matter when you lose, they'll never show disappointment?
No, the first thing they say is like, it's okay, we'll see tomorrow. I think that's the first thing I always get, because they know that I am there giving my best, and they also understand it's sports, and so they understand everything, and they never talk about chess. And even when I'm traveling alone, if I'm talking to my mother on the phone, the first thing she will ask is, did you have a good sleep, and did you get good food? and that's the thing they ask. They never go about chess, and as I said, they just leave chess to me and try to make sure that I'm at my best when I'm playing.
They are not involved in the chess part of it. Okay. Have you read this book, Inner Game of Tennis?
No.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay. So there's a book, Inner Game of Tennis, and it talks about what goes on inside the tennis player's mind when they're playing tennis. And something like what you said, it's just about that. Like when people play for winning the game, they end up winning much more versus when they play for not to lose. Like the moment they go in the court and be like, hey, I don't want to lose this game, and that's why I'm going to play my best. That is the day when they play their worst, because they're just trying to not lose. Like this is how brain works. And the same player, just different mindset, different experiment, works out much better when they go to play win.
That's true. From my experience as well, I've had these matches when I play, and when you win the first game and you need a draw in the second one, the way people play differ from the way they played in the first game. I myself have done that, because the second game you don't want to lose, and I think that really you don't give your best when you're doing that.
Yeah,
you're trying to take some shortcut, and things usually backfire in those cases.
Do you feel pressure that now you're number 4, so you need to become number 1?
No.
I'm
ambitious. I mean, I'm ambitious that I want to become number 1, but that is not self-pressure. I will give my absolute best towards that, and we'll see if I can make it or not. But
what do you think? You'll be able to make it?
I believe I can.
By when?
I don't usually give myself these time periods. I think that's where you start to put pressure on yourself. For me, I have these long-term goals, but I don't think about these things. For me, I'm going to play a tournament next. That will be my focus. And before a game, next game is going to be my focus. So I think that's how it works for me.
Doesn't matter by when. You just know that it's going to happen.
Yeah, just believe. And I think it's important to believe yourself to
100%.
make it happen.
100%. I believe in this too. I am a big believer of self-belief.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, like I think, and I also believe that there's so I study Michael Jordan a lot. So Michael Jordan believes that everything in life happens twice. Once inside your head and then in reality. So if inside you don't believe that you won the championship, you've become the world number 1, if you don't believe that yourself and inside your head it has not happened, it's not going to happen outside. So that's why I believe in self-belief a lot.
Yeah, that's true. You have to believe that you'll be the best. And
true. Okay, tell me about your day-to-day life as a teenager, 12-year, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, when you were Grandmaster already and you had these ambitions, and now it's in the family, everybody's accepted. Society, everybody's accepted. Now this is his path. Forget everything else. He's going to compete this on a world level and going to win. Okay. What was your routine like? From morning to night as a teenager, what would you do?
I never did things that teenagers do.
Okay. What did you do?
So there are days when I train with my trainer, and there are days where I train myself.
Okay.
And if I'm training with my trainer, he lives 45 minutes apart from my home. So I get up, I get ready, go to his place, and
by what time?
By 10:30.
You're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we start training till 5, 6, and then I come back. Then already it's done for the day.
Okay.
And I try to take some rest.
Okay. So now let's talk about your training. So from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m., what would you train on? Give me a normal day. What do you work on? What are the things that you do? I'm sure it's not just playing games against each other, right?
Yeah. So my trainer has a lot of different types of positions which he can show me, and I have to come up with the best decision in those positions. And when you train different types of position, you get understanding of different types of position. You train to think in a certain way in certain types of positions, and all these things develop.
And you take 5 to 6 hours every day to train. It's a mentally challenging game. Like you're just at it. You're constantly just thinking about 20 things. And then when you're off game, you're still thinking about it. Do you think chess players, they are more mentally stable or they're mentally tortured?
No, simply asking if we are crazy or not.
Because when I saw, okay, so my reference point is, forgive me for my lack of knowledge, because I've never gotten an opportunity to go inside the brain of somebody who's a chess player at that level. Okay. So my reference point is Queen's Gambit. And she goes crazy. She mentally tortures herself to become this one player, because 24/7 she's just thinking this one thing. And even when she wants to get distracted with a lot of substances and people and things, she's still in that hallucinated mind space also. She's thinking about chess. So it's a mental torture, at least that's what they show.
Yeah, you can see it as, one of the ways to see it. But when you like the game so much, it's always there. And we all have all chess in our mind throughout the day. I don't think there is a single day where I didn't think about chess. It's always there. I'm sure I open my phone every day just to look at some games that's going live somewhere. Even if it's not the strongest tournament, I'm sure all the top players do this. And because we just like chess and we want to keep doing it. And I think chess players are also absent-minded in some sense, because we do keep thinking about chess and we forget where we are and what we are doing and all these things. So there are some good things about chess if you're so crazy about it, and some things you have to give up.
And you feel you constantly pressure yourself to not think about anything and just think about chess. Do you do that?
No, it's just automatically.
You're just in that zone 24/7.
Yeah, it's not like I have to bring up chess. It's just there. Like, I'm sure something similar to you when you're, looking around, you're thinking about what should I do next, and what should I talk about. So all these things, it's similar for a chess player. Like if you're sitting there, we'll think about, for me especially, like I'll think about, okay, I'm going to play this next tournament. How should I prepare? Which lines to play, and all these kind of things, like what routine to have. All these things will be there in my mind. And I think this is how, I don't know, maybe we'll see. Maybe in the future it won't be like this.
You'll be able to switch it on and switch it off.
Yeah.
Today you're not.
Today I'm not, unfortunately.
There's no switch. It's just fully going on. Okay. Have you seen Queen's Gambit?
No.
You know about it, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so there's a scene in the movie where she falls in love with the game. She gets obsessed. And she's sleeping on her bed. And on the top, on the wall, she can see the chess, like all those moves happening. She can see the pawn going here or a knight going here. And she's just playing. Even in her resting state, she could see that board. She sees board when she's walking around in a shadow. Like, it's just imaginary board in front of her where all she's trying to do is play moves and win the game. Does it happen with you?
Yes. We have, I think all the chess players have a board in their mind. And if you say the notation right now, I can just quickly imagine it. It's not it just comes from the practice. Like, we have board on our head, and it does happen that we sometimes just make moves on our imaginary board and start playing.
So you do that?
Yeah.
Imaginary board. What's the most geekiest thing like this you have done? Like, do you play on the wall or right above your head while you're sleeping, or do you do something else?
It doesn't necessarily have to be that I have to look up to play. I mean, I can speak to you and I
And
have
still think about what, okay.
It's not, I mean, it does happen that someone shows me a position to solve and I look at that position and then I'm doing something else and suddenly I realize I have found the solution because I've been thinking all along. So I'm sure all the top players do all these kind of things. It's just, yeah, chess is always there with us 24/7.
But do you have friends?
Only chess friends.
See, that's what, because I was wondering, you must be surrounded with just coaches, competitors, chess friends, and your ecosystem would be just this.
Yes.
You don't have friends for anything else.
Yeah, I think that's a sacrifice we have to make.
Do you see this as a sacrifice?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would for sure love to have some friends apart from chess. But it's, I mean, when you play so much, when you're, when you're trying to do something different, then yeah, you have to sacrifice.
Do you ever feel that you would want to have a personal life? Maybe have a good relationship, maybe have...
Yeah, for sure. But right now my focus is on this and I feel this is the right time, for me. Like I feel like I'm in a good shape, good mental shape, and I'm also feeling like my game is improving. So I feel this is the right time to focus on chess. And
okay, all right. Nothing else. You don't miss it?
I think there's always time in life, and I feel this is the time for chess. So I just do it.
Okay. Now that you talk only chess, okay, so let me ask you something about, is there money in chess?
Yes. Earlier it used to be that only top players would make money from playing, and then coaches or trainers would make from training.
Teaching, yeah.
But now, because of all this streaming thing has boomed, there are so many ways to, for example, Sagar is a chess journalist, covers all the tournaments, and that's one way of doing it. And there is still training and that side, and also playing. There is, I think, more money than it used to be, because we have more and more opportunities, more tournaments coming up. This year we had Esports World Cup for chess, and which is a new avenue. So there are more such ways, and also top players do get like corporate support. I'm currently being supported by Adani Group, and those kind of support you also get.
Okay, I have last two questions for you, which are little... Actually, before I ask the last two questions, you played game with Modi ji. That was only for the photo, or you played the game?
No, we didn't have time to play the whole game. We just mainly we were talking, and
what were you talking to?
Just about like getting to. I mean, he was asking a lot of questions and getting to know about me and my family, and my sister and everyone. So I didn't feel like I was talking to someone such a high position. Felt like I was talking to someone that I knew, and it's like I'm conversing with you right now. And yeah, and not just me, my parents also felt the same way. And it was not conversing just to me, but also with my parents, asking about their life, my dad's job, and everything. So yeah, it was a nice conversation.
What stood out for you?
I think this fact that even though he was in such a high position, he could make people comfortable speaking, and I think that's something that I'm still trying to learn, because there are fans who come up and speak, and I'm not the one who makes them comfortable. So,
what do you do?
No, sometimes I'm just awkward, and that makes them awkward. The whole situation awkward.
It's like somebody comes like, hey, can I have a picture, or can I talk to you? And then you were like, no.
No, I never say no, but
Then?
I say yes and I take a picture, but sometimes I'm just not there. I'm thinking about something else or something.
And here was the last question I wanted to ask you this, that if your future self could write a letter to you today,
Okay.
what would it ask you to stop or start immediately?
I think I should get physically stronger, which I'm working on. I think I should just continue doing that. I think that's something that my future self would want me to do that.
So start getting hard at physical,
Yes.
getting in a better shape.
Yes.
Incredible. Very quickly, you have to tell me about this board. I'm a beginner, okay, and I have no idea about, let's say, how to play chess. I mean, I just know which object is supposed to do what. Okay, that's it. So if I'm a complete beginner, and if there are people like me who are watching this, what's one trick you can teach us which will help us beat some people?
Yeah, first of all, this board looks really cool. That was the first thing that caught my eye when I entered. And yeah, the first thing to know in chess is that you have to control the centers.
Okay.
Because when you control the center, you can play on the both side. So starting moves, either starting with the e4.
Mm-hmm.
This is called e4 because to the notation it's...
So if I play this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And black's best moves supposed to be here to try to control the center. And if let's say he plays something else, white tries to control the center and gets the piece out, tries to develop, and then tries to like play in the center, because that's how you have to do.
So everything what I have to do is just try to control this part.
Yes, mainly the center, and so that you can play on the both sides. And usually it's said that it's better to bring the knights first, and then the bishop.
Okay.
And this, like, let's say a normal opening could be getting the knight out. You're attacking this pawn right now. So let's say I defend this and you get the bishop out. And then you do short castle so that your king is safe. And then you can start playing on the king's on the center.
Okay.
And
so I do this here and then
you can break in the center. You can bring your knights out.
Okay, let's try this random thing. Okay, half of things I didn't get, but I'm gonna try it again. Okay, so let's say in how many seconds can you beat me? That's the game. Let's try to do this.
Yeah, I can. It depends.
Okay, I don't even know how to play this, so I'm gonna try.
So you're giving me a check right now.
I don't know, but something.
Yeah, that's possible, but it's
stupid.
It's not
move.
great.
Because you'll beat this.
Yeah.
And then this is my
queen. And queen is the strongest piece, so you. And right now attacking your bishop, so you have to
save this.
But
no matter where I go, if I like go back, you're still in an attacking mode.
Yeah, I can. I'm attacking this guy also, so I can take this for free.
For nothing.
Yes.
Now do something.
Yeah, that's a good move because you're attacking my pawn as well.
And then if I do this, you do that.
I do that.
So, okay, what do I do here? What should be the obvious move?
Yeah, the thing is you have to try to bring your pieces out.
Okay.
And
but then here is the...
Yeah, here I'm controlling with my pawn.
But almost everywhere I'm getting...
Yeah, one of the ways is to trade my pawn, like accept that you're down a pawn and try to get your pieces out. Yeah, that's a good move.
Okay.
You're trying to get your knight out if I take. And there's a thing in chess, like sometimes you sacrifice a pawn just to get piece activity and development.
Okay. I have to take another piece out, right? So let me try to do this.
Yeah, so attacking my bishop. Yeah, taking with the queen would have been better because you're bringing more pieces out.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll try to do this next. Okay, go ahead. So the idea is take more pieces out.
Yeah. Usually you don't bring the queen out too early, but this is that would have been a better move because
Now what do I do? Try to play this. I don't know.
That gives up a pawn.
And then what? This is queen, right?
Yes.
So if I try to...
Yeah, that's a good move. So there is this special move called castling.
Okay, what is castling?
So, when the king, this is the starting position of the king and rook. And there is this special move which is called castling. And you can do on the both sides.
Okay.
Which is basically that...
I shift.
Yeah, you shift.
Okay.
And you get this to this position.
If I have not touched any of them, then only I can do this.
You cannot, if you have already moved your pieces, one of the either king or rook, then you can't castle. Or if the squares, or if these squares are controlled.
Okay.
Let's say my bishop was here and it's controlling this square, then you can't castle.
But right now I can.
Yeah, you can.
So if I do this, so that's a move. It's a move that I've done. Okay.
Yeah, it's a legal move.
So your turn now. Okay, let's finish this. Beat me and what do you do?
It's a check. Yeah. Bishop is...
And then
rook is stronger than the bishop, so it's a good trade for me.
Good trade-off for you.
Yeah. I have my knight, so I can...
Oh, wait. So, okay.
Now you can take it back.
Okay. Well, let's try to do something else.
Yeah, this is better. It's a check. My queen. Yeah, you have to move.
Yeah.
King then queen.
This is your
knight.
Okay, then my queen's off.
Yeah.
I have to move my queen somewhere. And no matter where I move,
Yeah, this is called a fork because I'm attacking both your king and queen.
So I have to sacrifice one.
You have to give up your queen. And now I can take with my knight.
And now I'm left with what? This?
Yeah. It's a rook.
What do I do? This, but
yeah, it's already bad for you.
I'm in a very bad position, so this anyway gets sacrificed no matter where I do this now. If I come back here, I'm getting sacrificed. I go back home. Okay, let's try to finish this. Wherever
Check.
we go.
Check again. Yeah, queen is there, so you can. Yeah, this is first, and it's mate.
And
yeah.
Do you like the board?
Yeah, it's cool. For me also, it's not easy to understand which piece is actually.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure talking to you. You're a chess nerd geek, child prodigy. Explains why you were GM at the age of 12. And I am rooting for you along with every other Indian who's watching this and every other player who's watching this, that you go out and become world number one soon. And I hope that we will do this conversation again sometime and go a little deeper in your head again.
Yeah, thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you. This is my first podcast, so I really enjoyed it. And as I was saying, you're also someone that makes people comfortable talking. So
thank you. Thank you so much. I had great time.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you, bro?
Yeah, good.
Have a seat. Where are you traveling from?
Chennai.
Right now, you just...
Yeah.
When did you come here? Bombay?
Today morning. I just reached.
Oh, you just landed and you're here? Did you go get time to freshen up, change, eat breakfast, anything at all?
I had breakfast, so it's...
Okay. You good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you want anything?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
You sure? Tea, coffee, food, juice, anything you want to eat?
Fine, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done this before?
I think this is my first podcast.
Do you watch podcasts?
Yeah. I'll listen to yours.
Oh, you've listened to mine? A street hawker sold me this in Indonesia 10 years ago.
Wow.
And since then it was kept. I was waiting it to play with the world champion. Thank you so much ये एपिसोड एंड तक देखने के लिए. अब आपको पता है आपको 3 चीजें करनी है. सबसे पहले इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो ताकि इसी तरह हम और भी वैल्यूएबल गेस्ट लाते रहें.
नंबर 2, मुझे कमेंट्स में बताओ कि इस एपिसोड में आपको क्या अच्छा लगा और कौन से ऐसे गेस्ट हैं जो आप देखना चाहते हो हम इस एपिसोड में, इस पॉडकास्ट में लेके आए। एंड ये एपिसोड किसी एक इंसान के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करना जिसको अपनी लाइफ में इससे कुछ बेटर चेंज करने का मौका मिलेगा, क्योंकि एक कॉन्वर्जेशन कैन चेंज समवन्स लाइफ। आई विल सी यू नेक्स्ट टाइम। अंटिल देन कीप फिगरिंग आउट।